So, as if it wasn't bad enough that they had the stupid Jason movies and stupid Freddy movies, a zillion years later, they came out with, well, first let's talk about Jason X, which was the movie based on Friday the 13th, obviously, with Jason. But he was in a space station. Okay. You know, we're not even going to talk about it because that's just the most ridiculous, stupid, fucked up idea ever, okay? Whatever. So then 2004 or 2005, whatever came. 2003, I think. Whatever. And Freddy vs. Jason came out, which is actually a pretty cool idea because Jason and Freddy, they're both pretty stupid, right? But back then, you were like, oh shit, you know, these guys are going to fucking kill me. And then they finally brought the movie where it was Freddy, and Jason, together, and they would, you know. But the movie was like, it doesn't even, Freddy brought Jason back from the dead and told Jason to kill people so that they would be afraid of Freddy or something, so that belief in Freddy would come back, so Freddy could come back and kill people, whatever. But you know what was really funny, though, is that after, like 20 years, stupid teenagers, which, of course, the first people that fucking die in the movie are having, they just had sex. The chick goes in the shower, and the guy's laying on the bed, and the fucking Jason comes out and stabs the shit out of him, and he gets folded up. It's like, whoa, didn't see that one coming. Of course, you know, you stupid ass. You just had sex. Of course you're gonna die. That's what happens in every movie ever, right? And then the chick eventually dies. I don't remember she dies. It doesn't matter. She's stupid. She got naked. That's all that matters, right? Okay. So these stupid teenagers, of course, there's gonna be this stupid teenager that trips and falls and dies. Like always. And then there's this one kid, or a bunch of kids, that get drunk and tease Jason, which is the best thing to do when you see a guy with a machete. You're just like, whoa, dude, hey, we're gonna smack you in the face and throw shit at you, and, you know, that machete, yeah. No, not at all, actually, because he's gonna kill you. That's a bad thing to do, especially when he doesn't talk, like I said earlier. All he does is just stand there. No, but then what's funny is that it kind of like reversed, because then Jason found out what was happening. So Jason became really good friends with these stupid teenagers, right? Which was, what the fuck? He spends 20 years killing them, and now they're like, let's be best friends. And then they were. And then they teamed up against Freddy, who eventually, finally, at the end, Freddy versus Jason, finally, they actually fought. Right? But the ending was dumb. I don't care. I'm going to spoil it in case you haven't seen it. Jason cuts off Freddy's head or something, and then he picks up his head, and he's coming out of the water, but Freddy winks, so it's like, oh, Freddy versus Jason too, you know, whatever, that's just, whatever, I don't know, Freddy versus Jason was just a whatever, it's a fun movie, it's more funny than anything, because it makes fun of itself, whatever, alright, so let's move on to a different movie, perfect, Halloween, with Michael Myers. Okay, Michael Myers, what the fuck is up with his mask, right? Like, it's like, what, is he supposed to be Michael Jackson or some shit? Just this white thing, and what the fuck? Like, that's not, it's okay, it's kind of scary, I guess. I mean, if I saw a guy with a white mask, I'd just be like, what the hell? That's just really weird. With a hockey mask, I'd be like, what, do you want to go play, hockey? What is this? But with a fucking white mask, you don't know what to think. You're just like, is he trying to be funny? Is he trying to kill me? But they kind of ripped off Jason because he had he didn't have a machete, but he had like a kitchen knife or something, which was just, I don't know, whatever. His story is that, I don't know his story, to be honest, but I've seen the movies and it's just stupid. Like, they just completely ripped off. And it's like, Michael Myers' primary goal is to kill Jamie Lee Curtis. Who, by the way, if you don't know who Jamie Lee Curtis is, she was in every fucking Michael Myers movie, and she was also in that stupid remake of Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan. Yeah, that bitch. She was in every fucking Michael Myers movie, right? And she died like a million times. What the hell? The last one, which was Halloween Resurrection, or H2O, or some stupid shit, she was in it, but she was only in the beginning, right? But she died, but for some reason on the poster and on the DVD and stuff, it says starring Jamie Lee Curtis. The fucking bitch died, like, in the first 10 minutes of the movie, and she doesn't come back, like, at all. So it's just they use her as a driving force for, interestingness. I don't know, that was just, Michael Myers is just retarded. Like, I kitchen knife, you can at least be more creative, right? So let's move on to a more creative one, which is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which just so happens to be a favorite of a lot of people. It's actually, out of all the corny horror movies, it's probably my favorite one. The original one came out in like the 70s, and then there was a remake, which I personally like better. But the thing is, they say it's based on a true story, and of course, other stupid people are like, really? It's based on a true story? Let's watch it, and then let's get scared. Okay, the majority of people that's seen this movie don't live in Texas, obviously, because Texas is just one state versus 49 other states, right? If you don't live in Texas, why are you afraid of Leatherface, which was his name? By the way, Leatherface is a cannibal thick guy that gets a chainsaw. For no reason, whatever. Okay, if you don't live in Texas, why are you scared? Because have you seen him? He doesn't even talk either. He's like Jason, but he's stupid, like Freddy. So all he does is go, like he doesn't talk. He just goes, that's all he does, right? And he just, for some reason, he doesn't run either. I mean, I guess you have a chainsaw, so it's kind of hard to run. But still, at least walk fast. I mean, in all his movies, he just walks. He's just like, vroom, and he walks, right, towards you. And of course, in every fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, some bitch trips and fucking like, oh no. Yeah, of course you're gonna die, you dumbass. You tripped. But what was interesting about the remake was there was a chick that committed suicide in the beginning, which was bloody, gory brilliance. If you like blood and gore in movies, that was fantastic. But the weird thing was she used her gun. It was in her vagina. Like that's where it was. Like she was walking and there was a revolver in her. I'm not a girl, but isn't that somewhat, disturbing? And that's not very comfortable. I mean, I know chicks wear, short skirts and high heels and shit. That just can't be comfortable. But you have a gun in your vagina. I mean, what the hell? Like, what if she had her period and she had that in there? It would just be like a bloody, like, that's just, I don't know. But the funny part was, you see her take it out and just, I don't know. That was just kind of funny. And then she blows her brains out and whatever. I don't know. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was just creepy because he was like a cannibal. But it never really showed him eating people. It was just kind of implied, right? Like, he crucified some guy and what he does is he uses people's like skin and puts them on him so he becomes somebody else. I guess, I don't know why, but he does. And like the whole movie's based on like this family that's totally okay with that. They're like, oh, my son has a chainsaw and he kills people and takes their skin off. That's completely normal. That's fantastic. That's not normal at all. Your son is ripping people to shreds and using their skin. Like, that's not normal, okay? Get that through your stupid old head. That's not normal whatsoever at all. And they had that huge house it's just screaming, you're gonna die here. You're gonna die here! But the stupid kids are like, let's go in. So they go in, and then they get chased, and then they die. And of course the car runs out of gas, so they can't do anything with that. And it's just like horror movie cliches just flying all over the fucking place, right? That's, I don't know. And by the way, where does he get the gas to run the fucking chainsaw? Like, he pulls it and it just runs like forever. It like never. Actually, I take it back. It does stop at one part where he's like, oh shit. But then it comes back, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any sense. Like, where the fuck does he get all this gasoline to run the fucking chainsaw? It doesn't make any sense. Plus, does he ever sleep? Like, at night and during the day, no matter where you are, or what time of day it is, he's coming after you. It's like, what the and is he even human? I don't even know if he like came back from the dead or something. I don't know. I heard he has some disease or some shit. I don't know. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a corny, stupid movie too. Whatever.